Sex. The forbidden word. The forbidden fruit. Disclaimer, this video is not as exciting as the title reads.
Yeah! And I thought you should know! And I thought you should know!
This video is boring. But you know, that's life. Sometimes people aren't always rainbows, goopy butterflies, and leprechauns. I still want to put it out because, you know, sometimes I have things in my brain. I need a one. Hi guys, what is up? It is Tori here. So today I wanted to make a video on like what to pack for Bali, tips and tricks on Bali. Tips and tricks.
They're burning something out in this like field. It's really smoky.
I was planning on doing that the whole time, and then for some reason I kept having these like weird thoughts. Why wouldn't I do that instead? You guys probably all think the same things, or maybe it's just me. Pretty sure it's everyone. I have a list like in front of me on my laptop of what I'm talking about. So if you see me just like looking forward, that's what I'm looking at. Obviously, why wouldn't I be looking forward? The camera's forward. So number one, people having sex. And you're gonna say, why are you trying to imagine people having sex? And there's just sometimes these people you meet that you're like, I literally can't imagine them having sex. I cannot imagine it. They're so shy, they're so awkward, they're so just, I'm just gonna make up a name. They're just so Jennifer, or they're just so Billy. Like, I just cannot imagine Billy having sex. Or like, I just can't imagine Jennifer having sex. Like, you just can't imagine certain people having sex, right? Or is that just me? I really don't know. Sex. The forbidden word. The forbidden fruit. Number two. One time I posted an Instagram video talking about the definition of this and not knowing that there was an actual word for it.
And then my roommate's friend, who's also like a friend of mine, her name's Juliana, she told me that there's like a name for it. She has the word tattooed on her. And ever since then, it's just blown my mind.
Okay, before I get into it, ever since I was a kid, like I would look up at the airplanes and I would just be tripped out thinking that inside of those airplanes are a bunch of people living in their own life, in their own world, like looking down at me. So then every time I was in an airplane, I would think of how below me there's a whole city, a whole like village of people like living in their own world and living in their own moment. Juliana introduced me to the word sonder. I'll tell you the exact definition because you guys probably don't understand after my terrible story. Sonder is the realization that each person passerby is living a life as vivid and complex as your own, populated with their own ambitions, friends, routines, worries, and inherited craziness. Everyone is living in their own world, whether you see them or whether you know it or whether whatever's going on. They have their own problems, they have their own job, they have their own family, they have their own group, they have their own situations going on that you don't know about. Hi! So basically, everyone is living in their own world, whether you know it or see it or realize it. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy to me. Look at a car and there's a group of friends. You know, one of those friends might have a crush on the other one, but then the boyfriend, blah, blah, blah. Like, you just, like, there's so much going on. There's so much complex situations going on. Like, you have to realize that every single person is living some crazy moment. I don't know, it's so weird to me. Number three, never truly know what someone else does. I don't really know how to go off of this other than the fact that, like, I don't know you, you don't know me, well, unless you're like my best friend. Which are you guys my best friend? I don't know what this video is. I don't know. I feel like this video is not that good. Keep watching though. Anyways, oh! I'm dead. Oh my gosh, Nina was just watching for like 30 seconds. I didn't realize it, and it was at the part where I was like, this video sucks. Keep watching. We're almost like watching me make the video, and then people were watching me do photos. I was just like, here, give up. It gives me a pop of color I desperately needed. Like, I don't know anything about your real life, truly. I could be following somebody on Instagram and think, oh yeah, they do this, I know this about them, they date, blah, blah, blah. But you don't know that. It's kind of follows off of Sandra. You don't truly know, like, their complexities of their life. You don't know their ambitions. You don't know their friends. You don't know what they really do. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Okay, for example, there's this, like, girl that I don't know personally, but, like, my friend's friend knows her or something. And she's, like, this Instagram famous, whatever, Instagram model thing. So, like, as on Instagram, it would appear that she's, like, this model. It would appear that she's this model that's really poppin', whatever. The truth behind it is that she has, like, a sugar daddy that, like, pays for all this stuff and blah, 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 blah. My whole point is that, like, we don't really know anybody else unless you really, really, really know them well, or unless you are them. On to the next topic. Not being able to read people's minds. This one blows my mind. My mind is blown. Our only power over anyone else that truly you can't control. You will never be able to know what I'm thinking. Let that sink in. You could think like, oh, Johnny's thinking about me right now. Oh my God. It's like, no, girl, you don't know that. Johnny could be thinking about caramel apples right now, and you don't know. Johnny could be thinking about flies. And who is Johnny anyways? First off, fuck Johnny. We cannot read anyone's mind. Our mind is the only power we have over someone, which is pretty crazy. Number 5 on the list. Telling strangers things, yet not being able to tell people you're close with things. So I realized that I think we're able to tell strangers things. Oh, that's a show. I've never seen it, but that's definitely a show. Facts, that's a show. We are able to tell strangers things rather than people we're close with. And I think we're able to do this because people we're close with tend to judge us more than strangers. So I feel like we're automatically, or me personally, I feel like sometimes I'm more inclined to tell a stranger something like secretive that somebody close with me doesn't know than somebody who's actually close with me. And I feel like I do this because I fear, like, maybe we fear judgment from those who are close, maybe like our family, maybe like somebody you're dating or anything like that, because you're afraid of what they'll think and you're afraid they'll leave your life or tell somebody else. The whole point! I feel like I can tell someone I meet out here in Bali about my life in LA more than I could tell maybe like my family or people out in LA about my life in LA. So anyways, if I'm making any sense, that is my list of weird things that have been on my brain today. Didn't make any sense, but maybe one of you guys will understand what I'm talking about. I might like go right up to the counter and be like, can I go for happy hour? Okay, so I'm gonna go get a protein smoothie from my favorite cafe here in Bali. So it's happy hour. I'll make a more exciting video soon. Promise.